Alright, all you four-strokers out there, one of the most important things to check on your bike regularly is the valves. You can run into some serious and expensive damage if your valves are out of spec, so it's a good idea to make sure they're always within spec. So on my bike, I need to remove the gas tank and the seat obviously, and then remove the engine cover, and should be good to go. What do you have to do on yours, Mike, to get at your valves?
Just about the same thing. Seat, tank, shrouds, undo the breather hose at the top of the motor, and just pop the cover. Should be it.
Alright, well, let's get started.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've got my tank off, and I've disconnected the breather hose and removed the spark plug cap. Now I'm ready to remove the top of the motor. Mike is still working on his gas tank. Being a bit of a pain, he said. But he'll fight through it, he's a champ.
Just pull harder.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so I just got finished checking my valves for them, and all four were within spec, thank goodness. And
Okay.
so for my intake, my left was 0.05 and my right was 0.04, and the tolerance was 0.04 to 0.06. My exhausts were both 0.08 and the tolerances for the exhaust were 0.06 to 0.08. So I can leave them as is and just pack everything back up. Mike is in the midst of checking his clearances.
Got it smooth. There's marks for top and bottom, aligned with the bottom.
Ah.
Yeah, so you can actually see the cams. See they're facing each other?
Yeah.
If I spin it around, they should face away from each other, because right now you can't get the feeler gauges in.
Oh, right.
So, mostly just give it another spin. Find the right marks this time.
Yeah, see, that's what mine had too. 1 dot and 2 dots. You had to make sure to line up the 2 dots.
Yeah. I'm like, I found a mark. Wrong mark. Well, as soon as I put the feeler gauge in, I'm like, wait, I remember it being easy to get these in last time. It's gotta be. Oh, did I pass it?
You gotta keep going quite a bit. About halfway there.
That's... Yeah, now we're coming up. This is where you take the spark plug out. It's got to be getting close.
This is how I had to line mine up. You line up that notch with the 2 dots. Little focus.
Huh. That's really weird. I know how Spec goes.
Alright, so Mike's going to demonstrate where you have to measure the clearance.
It's going to be hard on that side. This is valve number 3. So that one's
Very tight.
A little bit tight.
I mean, it's a tight to get his hand in
Yeah,
there.
that's underneath there. That fits. These ones are easier. Well, this is the easiest, right? Because you can see that exactly.
Right.
So that's way loose. But that's the wrong size anyways, so pick a different size and try again.
I've got my engine top on, so now I just need to put everything back together. Well, it's a good thing Mike checked his valves, because they seem to be a little out of spec.
They're all wrong.
Uh-oh. What's your worst one?
I think .015 and it should be .020, so do one ride on it and then replace it.
So Mike's just putting everything back together now. Just got mine all put back together and took it for a quick test ride, and everything seems to be working fine, no leaks. I definitely need to replace the front and rear sprocket on my bike and get a new chain. And I need a new rear tire. I can wait till the winter.
What do you think? Think it'll start?
Now the moment of truth to make sure it starts after putting everything back together again.
Okay, put the gear on and go home.
So that's good news.
Done. Yeah, it starts.
So show us your specs again here, Mike. And the YouTubers can add their 2 cents whether or not you should be riding like this or not.
So exhaust is supposed to be between 20 and 25, and I've got between 10 and 15. And intake's supposed to be 10 to 15, and I've got, what was it, 6 to 9. So some of the specs are almost half, which isn't good, but it'll get me home. Yeah.
It'll get you home, whether or not you should ride this
It
weekend.
may get me home, yeah. I don't know what high-speed highway riding, but that's probably the part that would kill it. That's what killed it last time.
Yeah, that's true.